Over the last year or so, I had been looking to get a hold of either a W93 or a W94 for review on the channel. However, in all the online stores in my region that I had been looking at, they were all out of stock, and I then found out that they had been discontinued. Fast forward to 2025 and Casio releases a new model, the W220, and this turns out to be a re-release of the W94. The W220 appears to be almost identical to the W94 from the outside, but did Casio retain this one quirky feature, which was the reason that I wanted to review the W94 in the first place. There are plenty of compact watches in Casio's standard range, but it feels as if you choose one below 40mm in width, then they also become light on features. Even finding one with a countdown timer and dual time feels like winning the lottery. The W93 and W94 were two models from the 1990s that had a field watch dimensions and aesthetics, but which also had more than just a stopwatch and single alarm for features. They share the same functionality but have slightly different screen layouts. The new W220, which is a reissue of the W94, retains exactly the same compact dimensions and weight. The case size is 43mm in length, 36.6mm in width, and is just under 11mm in depth. And the weight is approximately 27 grams. Even though the dimensions are exactly the same as the W94 externally, the W220 gets a modern makeover in terms of new colorway varieties. There are 6 colorways in total for this release. 3 of them come with a bio-based resin band and some bolder looking colors for the text print on the face. The other 3 come with straps made of webbing and leather, instead of the bio-resin, and cost about $15 more. Whichever ones you choose, the case is made of resin, and the crystal, which has a domed shape, is also made of resin. Now it's time for some wrist shots. Externally speaking, the W220 looks almost identical to the W94, which it replaces. But Casio did change a feature which was one of the reasons that I wanted to review the W94 in the first place. You've probably noticed that the W94 has a green background for the LCD display instead of the more usual silver background used on the W220. It's a shame that they got rid of this quirky feature because I wanted to see what effect that this had on the contrast of the digits. Casio had a marketing name for this green background and they termed it hologram LCD. This does sound incredible and exciting, and perhaps that was the intention. After all, it is marketing that we're talking about here. But what the term hologram LCD as used by Casio meant was that a piece of holographic film had been placed on the back of the LCD panel. Holographic film is said to be 6 times more reflective than the silver background of LCD panels, and so Casio used it in some watches for a period in the 1990s in order to improve the contrast for the digits. As LCD display technology improved, such as with the invention of STN LCD displays, the use of holographic film was abandoned by Casio in favour of polarizers to improve the contrast. Still, it would have been nice to see the distinctive green tint of the hologram display on the W220, even if it was solely for the purpose of nostalgia. As far as the legibility of the display is concerned, I'm pleased to inform that the digits don't look washed out when viewed straight on. However, the viewing angles are not as good as, say, when compared to an A168. The display itself is divided into 3 main sections. This section at the top is there for a bit of visual eye candy. In the timekeeping mode, it fills in or removes a bar every second for every 10-second round. The main panel displays the time, and you can choose to show it either in the 12-hour or 24-hour mode. The line at the top shows the day and date, and the auto calendar is programmed with all the leap years up until the year 2099. This circular section shows whether you have functions such as the alarm, hourly signal or auto light turned on. And at the bottom of the screen are indicators showing what mode the watch is currently in. So there are indicators here for the timer, stopwatch, alarm and dual time. It's presently not showing any indicators as the watch is in the timekeeping mode. The watch's operation is controlled by steel pushers at the side of the watch. They do feel a little firmer to press when compared to other Casios, but the size is larger than say on an F91 and you can still press them while wearing gloves. The backlight button is found on the face of the watch, like on some G-Shock watches. And there is also an auto light function. I'll show you how that looks a little later. The variant of the W220 which I chose came supplied with a strap made of a webbing material and leather. Only time will tell if the premium that it carried over the resin version was worth it when it comes to durability. Attached is a polished metal buckle which is embossed with a Casio logo. But I feel as if the leather part of the band is more of a euphemism for synthetic leather rather than genuine leather. Still, I have no complaints about its comfort though, and with a total weight of only 27 grams for the whole watch, it's easy to forget that you have it on your wrist. The case also uses traditional non-hidden 18mm lugs, so swapping straps should be easy if you're so inclined. Flip the case over and you will find a steel backplate held down by 4 screws. The module number inside the case, which is 3549, is etched on there, as well as information stating that the watch is water resistant to 5 bars or 50 meters. The module uses a single CR1616 battery which should power it for around 3 years. And now we'll go over the features that come with the 3549 module, and you might want to watch this because the countdown timer and the stopwatch come with a couple of extra features that I haven't seen in other Casios. First of all, to set up the watch, hold down the adjust button and the seconds will flash. To set the seconds to 0, press the bottom right button. The seconds are set to 0, but if it's gone above 30 seconds, it will also cause the minutes to increase by 1. Next, press the bottom left button and the hour digits will flash. Use the 2 buttons on the right to adjust. The top right button will decrease the hour and the bottom right button will increase the hour. Press the bottom left button again and the minutes will flash. Use the 2 buttons on the right to set the minutes. Press the bottom left button again and this gives us the ability to show the time either in 12-hour or 24-hour format. To set the year, press the bottom left button. And use the buttons on the right to adjust that. Next, press the mode button to set the month and use the buttons on the right to adjust. And finally, press the bottom left button again to adjust the day. Press the bottom left button again and we go back to the flashing seconds. As we have already adjusted that, press the top left button to exit. So setting up the watch was fairly easy, but I did notice that there was no setting for DST, or in other words daylight saving time. Also, there is no quick setting between the 12-hour and 24-hour modes. You can usually do that by pressing one button from the home time screen on some Casios. And finally, button tones cannot be silenced. Next, let's look at the backlight. Backlight is provided by a single amber coloured LED positioned on the left side of the screen. This is another feature apart from the hologram LCD that was changed from the W94. The W94 used an electroluminescent backlight that glowed a beautiful turquoise colour. I know that replacing it with an LCD makes sense logically, as they consume less power and last longer, but my sentiment yearns for an EL backlight. However, the amber LED does work well enough to light up the whole screen, even if the afterglow duration cannot be increased from the standard 1.5 seconds. The backlight also has an auto light function. This is when you turn your wrist to 90 degrees and the backlight turns on automatically. And to enable it, hold down the top right button from the home screen for 3 seconds. The only reason I can think of for having auto light turned on is if you're in a situation where you can't press the light button with your other hand. The next feature that I want to show you is the countdown timer function. It can be set to count down from a maximum of 24 hours, but I've set it to count down from 20 seconds for this demonstration. It does have auto repeat, which is shown by this symbol, but there is also another feature with this symbol which I haven't seen in other Casios. They call it a progress beeper and it subsequently beeps as the timer approaches close to 0. I'll turn it on and here's a demonstration. And now onto the stopwatch. It does have a maximum duration of 24 hours and a split time to record first and second place like on most stopwatches. On top of that though, it includes a couple of extra features that athletes may find useful. The first is an auto start function in which the watch will give you a 5-second countdown before the stopwatch kicks off. You can also set a target time in which the stopwatch will sound an alarm when the target time is reached. An example of use for this would be if you're training to beat your personal best time of 10 seconds in the 100 meters. And here's a demonstration of these two features in action. The remaining two features of the 3549 module is a single daily alarm and hourly signal, and dual time in which you can set a second time zone. I would say that the target audience for the W220 would be those who are looking for a compact watch but also require the extra timing functionality not provided by other compact models in the range. Previous owners of the W93 or W94 may also be interested in getting one to replace their old watch, as the form is the same as the original. Finally, the refreshed new colorways may also help it to appeal to a new audience.